All right, welcome back to Absurd Automotive. Today we're going to be going over all the projects I have, and these are pretty much all my firsts. I'm still nostalgic about all my projects because I really haven't gotten rid of anything, and I think finally we're going to be getting rid of some stuff here. And we're going to be throwing some stuff up on the wall that I've had for a while, and we're just going to talk about what I want to put on the wall in the future. So this is my first ever tripod that I started filming with. And if you guys look back into my first videos, you guys will see this actually hit by the half car that we made in my parents' backyard. It's in pretty rough condition, like our things falling off here. The clip's gone there, that one's taped on there. This thing is pretty rough. Oh, this is just taped on here because the base is gone. So yeah, this thing's pretty rough, but we're gonna just retract it and we're gonna put it on my wall because I've had this thing for a long time and it's finally time to retire it because I have a new one that actually works pretty well. So that's gonna be going on the wall. Another thing going on the wall is my turbo. Obviously I'm not putting the whole turbo up there, I'm just putting the face of the turbo up there because this is the turbo that got me all the way across the country when I drove up here from New York. And kind of my last thing we're gonna add, obviously I did the car launch this year, so I'm gonna be hanging up the seatbelts out of the Dale 3 car. But I figure since both years I did this, somehow I found these again. And I don't know if I should hang them up because both times I went down there, I was wearing these and I had these. So I think I should throw them up there just because it's, I don't know, it's funny, I think. And it adds some character to the wall. It's not just broken parts, it's something else. So I think we're gonna add the seatbelts and the glasses, and I think that's really it that we have to add to the wall for right now. All right, so we got some nostalgic stuff held up. We got our first ever tripod. The first turbo I ever had on the Cummins was just a stock turbo cover, but it's more or less, I put it up there just because I drove across the country with that thing, and that was one of the craziest road trips I ever took in my life because I was so unprepared for that trip. We hung up the glasses that I picked up when we went and did the 4th of July car launch the first time, and then I wore them the second time too as a joke. So we threw those up there, and we got the seatbelts off the Dale 3 car hung up now. And yeah, so we just got some more stuff hung up there. But I would love the trophy wall to have trophies eventually. So I've been driving since I was like 5. Go-karts, whatever, tractors. I really love driving and operating vehicles. It's a lot of fun. If I could ever race, whether that's Baja, NASCAR, road racing in Europe, like literally whatever anybody wants. I would love to jump on that opportunity. Obviously, I'm stuck in Alaska for a few years with my job and everything, so it is going to be a few years before I get the chance to ever step foot in a car and race. So, with that, it is either going to be a self-made thing where I build my own car and I go drive, or hopefully I'll be getting some sponsors through YouTube and maybe I'll sign with a team of some sort later on in life. But I don't know. But the idea of the trophy wall is to kind of see where I'm coming from to where I am, right? So I have like the key to my first ever car up there. I've got the sprocket to my first ever go-kart and the steering wheel, like all the fun stuff we've done on YouTube that I'm hopeful the videos will lead up to me driving and winning some sort of championship one day. Like I want that first place trophy right here in the middle. I don't know, be above there. I don't know. I would love it up here. It's not going to be in this wall because there's no championship. There's no driving in Alaska. And with my job, I don't have the opportunity yet. But I'm hopeful one day I will. All right, so obviously all the stuff we added to the wall is kind of the only thing I have to show you guys. Other than that, the shop is pretty much the same. We got some more gas cans, some more tools, just some more small things to help. We got our helmet collection up there. Nothing super crazy. We did get rid of our spare transmission because I need money to hopefully continue doing YouTube. So we got rid of our spare transmission for the truck, and I think we're gonna be getting rid of that 4-wheeler that we got too. So we come out here and look at all our toys. This 4-wheeler is actually my first ever 4-wheeler I've ever owned. I technically already sold it once. So yeah, this is my original 1987 Honda 4Trax that I already sold once to my buddy, which is technically not even mine anymore. This was mine at one point, but I sold it to him to actually finish the Fummins because I was running out of money when I was painting that, and I didn't want to wait on it, so I ended up selling the 4-wheeler to be able to pay for the rest of the truck. So now he's storing it in my shop and he's trying to sell it, so I might try to buy it back, but I don't think I have the room for it because I'm tired of playing Tetris when I stack all these cars in here. The white car Eva is not selling. I don't think anyone really wants the car just because it is a little problematic. No one's even come to look at it yet, so that kind of sucks. So obviously the four-wheeler is new for you guys. You guys have seen the Fummins, you guys have seen the Bradley. This is something new too. I picked this up out of a hedgerow in North Pole, and it just kind of it gave me an idea. I'm sure with you guys looking at it, you guys can see the same idea I had. All right, so obviously the shop's in pretty good condition. I mean, I turned this empty garage into a little mechanic special. It's pretty great. I can build just about whatever I want in here, and I am hesitant to continue modifying or building cars because it's not really what I want to do. That's not really what I want to be on YouTube, right? I don't want to be the guy sitting here and modifying cars in his garage. I want to push boundaries. I want to do different stuff. I want to do crazy stuff. So we're going to probably build this little bicycle here into something cool. And I think that's going to be my last like super build project. Everything else, I think I'm not even going to put the builds on the YouTube. I think I'm just going to build it and then do some crazy videos with it and then move on to the next thing. Because honestly, I don't think people care about the builds that much. And if you do care about builds that much, put them in the comments. You know, maybe I will put builds on there, but it's really hard for me to wrench and film. That's very difficult, especially me being the only person involved in this. Like, no one else helps me. My buddies occasionally help me when I'm going to do something fun, and I want to do more fun stuff. So I think I could save a lot of time and effort if I stopped filming my builds and I just built them and then I went out and filmed them. I'm just going to try and transition away from building, or at least explaining the builds. Like, nobody cares. I'm just going to maybe do like one panorama or something like just real quick little thing and then move on to the video because nobody cares. And I get it. I even hate editing the build videos because they're just so boring. They're not fun. It's not entertaining. You know, it's not something people are, I'm not even building cool stuff. I'm literally just fixing the cars that I have. So I think we're going to move to a different direction on content. And I'm really excited because I don't know, I got a lot of ideas. Like with the white car I have, I got a couple ideas. I'm going to try and put a hitch on it, and I'm going to try and put like rally lights on it. I'm going to do the suspension differently so I can go off-roading with it. And like, I'm going to be doing some very interesting content with the car. And I know it's going to be rough on the car. I might not wreck the car, but there's also that really, really high chance if I start doing all this crazy stuff I want to do that is going to wreck the car. And I got to be okay with that. It's my first ever project car. It's my first ever car. And you know, even if I sell this car, it's probably going to sell to someone that doesn't know what it is, and they're going to let it sit in the garage, they're going to wreck it, or whatever else. So I just got to accept the fact that I might as well be roughing the car because I don't want to save it for somebody else. So yeah, we're going to have fun, and right now we're going to play Tetris. We're going to put all our vehicles back in here. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a shop, kind of talk about what direction I wanted to go and all of that, because I know this doesn't look like a lot on the wall right now. Like, nobody really cares that I do YouTube, and no one really cares about any of this stuff. But one day I'm going to show a story, a wall similar to this, about how I started. All this crazy stuff's going to be leading up to trophies and championships. All right, now we got everything kind of put away back in the shop. I'm kind of leaving this open because I do have to work on the project for next video. But truck, car, all that stuff, I got to bring the dailies back up in the driveway still. I don't got enough room for like huge amount of content either. Like, if I had like even an acre or two backyard, like I could make some really awesome content. But being here, it's very difficult because houses are so expensive. They're unobtainable. Houses are so unobtainable. Land is even unobtainable. You know, no one's going to let me rent their property to go do donuts in my truck or my car or whatever else I have. So I really I got to slowly get up to that point where I am making good content all the time. So stick with me, bear with me. I'm trying my best. But if you guys like and subscribe, it'll make me a lot closer to getting to the point where I'm able to make really good content and I can stop talking in my camera so much, because honestly, I really don't like talking. I feel like a blogger almost, and that's not what I want to be. It's not what I want to do. It was always like, hey, I'm building this cool thing, and now we're going to do this cool thing with it. And that was always the goal of this channel, and I've completely gotten away from that. I've been really like blogging almost, and I really hate it. So we're gonna try and transition back to doing a lot more fun stuff, like building a lot more fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it.